Hello. Happy Easter, everybody. It's fantastic to see you all today. I'm super excited for today's incredible challenge. What we're going to be doing today is just mind-blowing to me for a couple of reasons. So, a lot of you are familiar with Ryan Zolan because not only is he incredible, not only has he helped so many people do what he is incredibly gifted at, which is source and do deals with real estate agents on properties that are on market. He is myth busting the entire community of wholesaling that believes that in order for you to get a profitable wholesale deal, you need to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on direct mail or cold calling or bandit signs. And what he's showing us and what he has perfected as a skill is being able to source, underwrite, and do massive business with MLS properties. Guys, there is no excuse. There is no excuse why you cannot get extremely rich from doing deals on the market. I've watched Ryan, just behind the scenes, guys, the trajectory of where Ryan has gone. I've watched Ryan be an incredibly good retail real estate agent, and from that point, flower his business to being almost 100% investor related. Now, think about that, guys. As a real estate agent, many of them you guys are working with, right? You all are working with agents and you guys do agent outreach. Hopefully, you guys are doing agent outreach after the numerous challenges that we've put on in the past. And what you see is that there are so many different types of real estate agents to work with. And many of them don't have a clue about what we do, not because they're not awesome or not because they don't know better. It's just that the facts is that this is such an underground way to do business. And because the media has now started to paint a narrative of what wholesaling and wholesalers are like, we tend to get somewhat of a unfair characterization. Now, what Ryan is doing is bridging that gap between investor and agent. He's helping mend whatever sore spots there might have been by A, doing good business, B, understanding underwriting, C, always performing. Guys, this is how you do business. This is how you do business at a high level. And I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for all of you to have tuned in. I'm grateful for Ryan. I'm grateful for Emily, and all of the people that put this together. It's just so dope. And as you can see, we do dope shit. Emily, come on up. Hi.
Hi. How
Great
is everybody? It is
all so good.
All your beautiful faces here.
How are you today?
Oh, I'm so good. I'm just so happy to be here as always, man. You know, happy Easter, everybody. Thanks for spending 2 hours with us.
Amazing. So, Emily, we've got roughly 200 people currently on this live, and it'll probably balloon up as we get along. But I'm super excited about today because we've got not only Ryan Zolan showing us behind the curtains on how he is sourcing his deals, but we have one of the most incredible members of the Astro family and her team with us as well, Michelle Garabito. And we also have Jeff Griffin. And guys, we've got Trey on Michelle's team. I mean, this is an action-packed lineup, guys. I'm just super excited about this. Now, Emily, would you be so kind as to bring the relevant parties to the table?
I would love to.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi there.
What's up?
It's a packed house.
First, I just want to commend whoever put my face on a bunny. You get a raise.
Yeah.
You look so good. You were the only
That
one.
was me.
I pictured. I figured, Emily, that was you, and well done. Well done. How are you guys all today? Everybody feeling good?
feeling great.
Doing
Yeah.
pretty well.
Yeah.
Ready to
Always.
change some lives and bless our family with opportunity and endless deals?
Yes.
Always.
Good.
Awesome. Awesome. So, as you guys know, when we do these live challenges or anytime I'm on a coaching call, it is my absolute pleasure to be able to begin things with a prayer. Now, if you guys are uncomfortable with starting with a prayer, no problem. You can mute me. You can minimize the screen, whatever you need to do to make yourself feel good. I'm totally okay with it. But this is non-denominational. It doesn't matter to me if you're Christian, Muslim, Jewish, agnostic, whatever it is, we all speak to the same source. So if you'd like to join us, here we go. Father God, we love you so much, Lord. Thank you for today. Thank you for opening our eyes and giving us breath, for giving us the minds and the capacity to communicate and interact with each other. Lord, we are just so grateful for that. God, we pray that you make your purpose for each of our lives abundantly clear, so that the steps we take are your steps, the words we speak, your words, the actions we take, your actions. God, we ask that you guide us to those individuals that'll be of benefit to us, either through a financial gain or through a lesson to be learned. And Lord, we pray that you deflect us from those individuals that'll waste our time or bring us harm. God, for any of our family members here that are in need of physical, spiritual, emotional, or mental healing, God, we just pray for perfect healing in their lives. And Lord, for any of us that might need additional understanding of the concepts that we are about to go, God, we just ask for perfect clarity. And Lord, it is with humble hearts and in your heavenly name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Woo!
Hey.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So give us a quick rundown, guys. How are we going to completely blow everybody's minds today? What are we going to do, Ryan?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are going to be jumping into Privy because we understand that not everybody is going to be a licensed agent. For you guys to understand and be able to see how we go through the software, it is basically shortcutting, and it's a cheat sheet that we are so blessed that Jamil was able to introduce to us last year. Privy is going to absolutely blow your guys' minds, and I'm excited to basically have Michelle and her team go through the entire software and try to beat like what I put out in offers in an hour. I think that they've got a smooth process. They're going to have so many opportunities in their market, and it's just going to be a fun time. So it's going to be kind of cool being on this side of it.
Ryan, on top of that, you have recently blessed the entire community with an incredible way to work with you. Tell us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are super, super excited. We have launched the Agent Investors course, which, as you briefly mentioned, it is bridging the gap between real estate agents and investors. For whatever reason, investors are too scared to go and work with real estate agents. So I'm super excited to have the amazing Michelle Garabito be able to supervise her team making these calls. You guys will be able to see that agents are not at all going to be a threat. And if anything, they are almost a cheat sheet in themselves. They'll be able to submit offers on your behalf left and right, and they're going to be bringing you opportunities. Now, as for agents, this is to literally triple your income. This is just adding one tool to the tool belt where you double dip and you get the commission and the wholesale fee. And you have a software like Privy that's going to basically say, here you go. This is a perfect opportunity. Just go and submit an offer on it because you're already licensed.
Right.
So it's to benefit both sides, but I'm super excited about it. It's been super successful so far. We've had 3 students in 2 weeks of being open, get deals under contract. And then on top of that, we're about to break 100 students. So
wow. So Ryan, let's kind of dive into that, because I understand that being a coach and somebody who is tied directly to the success of other people, how does that feel to you, bro?
It is the most fulfilling thing I've ever had, honestly. Like, I've always had like that fulfillment, like when you get to see people on your team grow, or you JV a deal, or you help somebody that's doing something. But having launched a community and seeing people take like the initiative of investing in themselves, it's obviously a hard ask, because I've done all these things for free between meetups, coaching calls, answering phone calls, text messages, like doing all of it for years, to then all of a sudden put out a product. In my head, I was like, okay, well, I just want it to be so much value that they come out of this. Like, I don't even need to like go, like, where do I start? Right. I have X, Y, and Z right in front of me. So it's just been kind of crazy to like see people take action that had no prior real estate experience and in less than 2 weeks get deals under contract. It's just mind blowing. So my plan is to bring them onto podcasts as soon as they get those deals closed. Let's talk about the checks and how they've had no experience in real estate prior. But it's been insane, man. I can only imagine how it feels on your end with Astro, like blowing up to thousands of people.
It is an incredible feeling, and there's nothing more gratifying to me. There's nothing that I'm more proud of in my life than being able to be a part of people's success journeys. You know, there's just such a emotional benefit that you get. The income that comes from being a part of somebody bettering their life is incomparable. And so, Ryan, we bless you. We bless your course and all of the people that are a part of it. You are an incredible asset to this community. You're an incredible gentleman, and I am so excited to see today. So, without further ado, take it away, guys.
All right. Well, hey, everybody. Ryan, we're so excited that you had us come on here to help us promote your course and honestly just share with everyone what we have learned from you guys, what we have learned from you and your team. I had the privilege of learning from Ryan through Astro in the beginning, just free courses, and he would always give a ton of value. And Paul and I came out to Arizona just to shadow him for like a couple of hours. And we had the pleasure of just sitting in and checking in on how his team works. I asked a ton of questions. I met with his team, and I literally came back, had a meeting with my team. I was like, we're going to do the same thing. And so today is going to be awesome. We are going to show you guys how our team kind of works together and how we use the agent and investor strategy to be able to close about 5 to 6 deals a month and break 50K to 100K months. So I'm sure that is what you guys are excited to do. So Ryan, do you have anything else you want to share before we hop on there?
No, I am all good. I just want to say thank you again. I am very, very honored to like have had you on here presenting for everybody. It was super exciting. Like you took exactly what I've been teaching in Astro all these years and implemented it. And it just in the short amount of time to see your success and what you've been able to accomplish. And now to be able to bring on a team of your own like this. It's super, super inspiring even to me to be able to watch your growth. So again, thank you for hopping on here. I know you guys are all super busy. I know it's a tremendous value, but I'm super excited to see you guys get some deals.
Yeah, well, it's a true testament to what you've showed us. I've been sharing this for a long time. Paul and I have been able to create a 6-figure business doing it the Astro way, doing it the agent investor way. Under a year, and now we're close to $300,000 in profit. We're able to travel all over the world. We're actually on the road right now. We've been in Sedona for the past week. I had to book a co-working office here in Flagstaff because we're on our way to the Grand Canyon. So it's exciting, and this is the opportunities that this business and what you've taught us and what Astro has taught us is going to be able to show a lot of people so they can do the same thing, So let's get started. I want to introduce you guys to my peoples here. So there's 2 types of people here in this business, right? The first one is someone who is a one-man or one-woman show. That's where I was for a really long time. I was doing everything. I was talking to agents every day. I think I was doing 5-10 agents, chats, calls, Facebook posts every single day. I was getting all the leads from them, comping them, submitting offers. I was getting them on the contract. I was doing the disposition. I was talking to title. I was doing all of that. So put some emojis in the chat or some fires in the chat if that is you right now. You're a one-woman or you're a one-man show. I want to see it because I have the chat right here. So if that's you, I totally empathize with you because it's not easy. Cheyenne Miles said, I am she. She is me. That was me for a long time as well. And honestly, for me, I was extremely frustrated. I knew that in the market that I'm in, which is Colorado, and if you guys are in those hot, booming markets like Arizona, Colorado, Texas, California, those are like markets that are popping, right? One thing that I learned is that if you want to be able to get 5, 6, 7, 8 deals closed a month, you need to increase your speed. You need to increase the amount of agents that you're talking to, and you need to increase the amount of offers that you're putting out and things like that. So I was in Mexico one day and I was extremely frustrated. I had just closed one deal the whole month. And I honestly was like having a meltdown and a breakdown. So I remember being in the pool, just praying and just asking God to like bless me. And I wanted to attract the right people on my team. So that way we can increase the speed and increase the amount of deals that we're creating. And in comes Trey. Trey, for those of you guys that is your first time meeting him, Trey started off as like what we call an acquisitions wholesaler. He would bring me deals from Colorado and to help him get it under contract and dispo it. Because he was living in Kansas and he was moving to Colorado. So I was starting to become really known in the Colorado market. So he would send me deals. And then I love the way that he like organized how he sent me his deals. Now, if you're someone like me, I pay attention to these things. I pay attention to organization. I pay attention to professionalism. I pay attention to just all these things. And I just love the way that Trey organized the way he sent me his deals. He didn't copy and paste. It's like property for sale, how much, ARV, photos, all that stuff. And I just asked him, I was like, hey, how do you feel about being a part of my team and helping me submit 10, 15, 20 offers a day? He was like, hell yes, I'm in there like a wedgie, honey. So he came on board. And, you know, as we started to work together, he just impressed me even more. And we went from submitting 10 offers a day to 15 offers a day to 25 offers a day, from closing 1 deal a month to 2 deals a month to 4 deals a month to 5 deals a month, to making 10K a month to 20K a month to 50K a month to 70K a month. And now we have created an oil machine. So now Trey is actually the COO of my company, and I'm so excited for him. He makes good money here. And what we're going to show you guys is what Trey does in my business team. And of course, what Jeff does. So Jeff is actually someone that came from the Transformation Challenge. I had over 75 people that applied for the acquisitions lead a role in our team. And I went through all the applications and still going through the applications. And Jeff just took action. He was like, I'm not going to wait for this girl to call me back. Okay, I'm not going to wait for her. I'm going to send her deals right now. And I'm going to apply. And I'm going to blow up her phone. And I'm going to do all that stuff. And I pay attention to that. I don't like working with people that are like, Michelle doesn't get back to me. She's so busy. No, Jeff was like, fuck this girl. Like, I'm going to send her deals right now. And that's exactly what he did. And he was using the source Privy. And if you guys don't have Privy, I highly recommend that you get it. It is an incredible platform to be able to get on-market deals and connect with agents directly. Okay, so Jeff is our acquisitions lead. He is the one that sends leads to Trey every single day, about 5 to 10, 15 leads every single day. Trey comps them. He runs the numbers. He submits the offers. He calls the agents, make sure we get it under contract, and we get it under contract, okay? So what we're going to show you guys here today is we're going to show you guys Jeff's workflow on a daily basis on how he works our business. We're going to show you guys Trey's workflow on how he works the business. And then I'm briefly going to talk about what I do, because to be honest with you, Trey and Jeff are really going to run the show today, because this is what everybody is struggling with, right? Like, everybody is so easy to find a buyer, right? It's so easy to grow a buyer's list. And right. And if you look, like, if you guys have not subscribed or like signed up for agentinvestors.com, Ryan's course, he has an incredible part on 2.57, I believe, where he talks about like how a deal flows down. And as I was, you know, I learned that pretty much throughout my whole career in Astro, and I learned that through pretty much everywhere. And it's all about working backwards, right? The goal is to close a deal. Everybody wants their first deal. Everybody wants to close deals. But the biggest thing is that you want to work backwards. So closing a deal, right? Cashing the check, getting it under contract, talking to the agent, getting the lead, and finding the lead. So we're going to show you guys how to work backwards to get to the golden egg. That's what we're here to show you guys. So we're going to show you guys how a team works together. So that way, if you're like me, that you want to increase the speed, you want to increase, you know, how your business is going to move forward and grow and expand, who is it that you need to attract? What does their daily workflow has to do? What do they need to do on a daily basis to be able to increase the speed? All righty. So Jeff, I'm so excited for him to show you guys what he does. Trey's going to show you what he does, and then I'm going to show you guys what I do to wrap it up and get the deals closed. We're going to talk to our VIP agents. If you don't know what a VIP agent is, you can find that out on Agent Investors. Ryan does an incredible job on talking about the tiers of different agents that you should have in your database and the relationships that you should build. We're only going to be talking to VIP agents today. These are the agents that we've done 2, 3, 4 deals a month already. We know their birthdays, we know their families, we send them flowers, cards, Amazon gift cards, sneakers, all the things, because they pay our bills. You know what I'm saying? So Jeff, are you ready? You ready to take it away?
I'm ready.
All right, guys. So give Jeff some fire emojis to fire him up a little bit. And
fire him up.
Gonna go ahead and share with you guys what he does on a daily basis. So Jeff, just be yourself. Show them what you do. No scripts. No being fake. Just show them what you do on a daily basis.
All right. Well, hi, everybody. So let me share my screen with you. So this is Privy, and this is where I start out every day. So, and I also kind of have a KPI sheet next to me where I'm trying to get, the goal is 20 deals, trying to find 20 a day. Sometimes with the market, I'm only finding, like Michelle said, I'm finding 10, 15, every once in a while, less than that. But I start out here in Privy, and again, we're in the Colorado market. So say I'm looking for Denver. I'm going to put that in there. Like that. So this is just showing everything that's on market. So if I go here to the filter, right now I'm looking for single family, things that are on the market. I'm going to want to go fix and flip. And then I want a percentage of ARV. So 75% in the Denver area is good. Sometimes if it's in good condition, it only needs, cosmetic, we can go to 80. So I honestly sometimes go all the way up to 85, just in case there's something. And some of the process for me is finding deals that maybe are overpriced right away, and I'll make a note of it to follow back up in 2 weeks if it's still on the market, if it was overpriced. So this is, and then I just run that search. So then it has all that. I like this where it shows me the houses on the side as well with this. This is kind of how I flow with that. So then let's see here with that filter too. And then oftentimes like days on market. So I'm doing this every single day. So I'll put like 0. So that's today to 1 day to narrow that down. So that I know these are the newer ones that have come on. If I was doing that today, obviously with being Saturday, there's less stuff that pops up. So then I'm just looking through, and we're looking for a house. I'm looking for houses that are, need some work, need some love, have that, margin for make some money. So I'm going to click on that. I'll look at the photos, try to see what, so this one looks fairly, nice, but then I like to keep going through just to see, like, again, looks nice, but then we have an outdated kitchen. So I'll keep, searching through there. Looks like the carpet might be in bad shape. And then if I scroll down here, then has like your regular, like what you might find on Zillow or realtor.com, like what is telling you about the house. But then it also has kind of the MLS, which is really great, the agent's remarks. So again, when I'm doing this, I'm looking for as is condition, things like that, where the seller wants to, a cash deal, or they don't want it to be worked on. And if you keep scrolling through here, this other part I'll scroll to quickly. It shows me all the different comps that are similar. So this one, is listed for 590. I'm looking through here. The blue ones here are investor activity. So then I'll click on this one. It pops up. So this is a 4.3. Ours is a 3.1. This is only 1,200 square feet. This is 14. Lots 6,000 ours, and this one's a bigger lot. So not the greatest comp. This one's on the edge there. This one's a 3.3. We also have one at 677. Doesn't look as redone. But so anyway, so this one here, like if I'm looking at it and I want it to be like, say, 75% of ARV, let's say, and so for Trey, I'll show you, like he really runs the numbers, but I'm just trying to double check the numbers real quick just to make sure that I'm not sending him something that's not even going to be close. But let's just say that's 70.
makes this deal something that we like Trey would be interested in running numbers on? Like, can you just point out maybe some stuff in the pictures or maybe in the notes that shows you that, hey, this could be something that Trey would definitely be interested in running numbers?
Yeah. So again, like this is just showing like for me on this picture, like this one doesn't scream great, but it also, you know, it has the outdated kitchen, you know, like the linoleum floors. So there's definitely work where this could be updated and make it look nicer. And then if I'm, again, I do this pretty quick. I go through there and I read through here and I try to look to see if there's anything in there as is. So this one, again, it's not screaming that, but then also there are definitely some higher comps in here. They're a little bit farther out of like the main rows, but there's a ton of investor activity going on around here.
Right.
Exactly.
So, you know, let's just say if I'm looking at this quick and I'm like, say 750, again, I'm not running the numbers, but I'm just doing it. And I times that by 75%, then it's at 562, you know, minus like the wholesale fee is the way we do it. So you're at 550. So we're not too far off. So it's, for me, that's probably something I would send. And for me, with my flow, like if I like, hey, I'll send that to Trey, then I'm going to come up here to share. And then I can just type in Trey's email. If I want to write a note in here, I can, and then I'll send that off to him.
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah. So you see, guys, how like even right on the platform, his workflow stays right here on the platform. He's finding deals. He can quickly comp right here, showing the investor activity, and then he can send it to Trey right here. Now let's transition and go to Trey now, right? So Trey, let's say you get this 1884 South Elm Street. What is it that you do on a daily basis to do this?
Yeah. Yeah, so if, we'd probably transition into my screen. I will get that working.
Yeah, if you just share screen at the bottom, it'll then pop up, Trey.
Yeah. Looks like we got it. Okay. Do you see it now? Okay.
We don't.
Entire screen. Actually.
Oh, there we go.
Good?
Hey, go Trey.
Okay. So you guys can see me now, or you can't. I can't see you, but you can see me. Yeah. So to start off, basically what I do. So what we have. So it's very automated. I like to keep everything very simple, automated, just so that the workflow for each, so that I can come in and I know exactly what I need to do. Jeff knows what he needs to do, and so what Jeff does, if he does send me something, obviously it'll get to my email. I'll look through it, but also what he does and what we've kind of worked together on is he'll actually add it into our seller leads. Also, this is Trello. This is kind of where we do all. I know most of you have seen this before with kind of our process and our business model, but this is what we use, Trello. And so basically what Jeff does is he'll put a property here. He'll just put the address and then fill out some basic information that's right here. Then what I do, just to be extremely quick, what I do is I'll run in here, run all the numbers, get some comps, let them know that numbers are ran. And usually once I have numbers ran, I'll let Jeff know. And then either typically he'll jump on the phone with the listing agent just so that we are straight to the listing agent, and so that it's more appealing to sellers that obviously if they don't have to pay a buyer agent's fee, we can save them on that, and usually that's a way we win deals. But if they say the listing agent is not picking up, or especially when it's super fresh, listing agents are obviously bombarded in this market, and so if he's not able to get a hold of them, usually you'll see I have like Taylor, Ivan. We have our what you could call it in Ryan's course, the VIP agents. We have a few agents that like we know everything about them. I actually just went on a hike with our one of our top agents. So these agents are people that we can trust. They've worked with us. They've got 4 to 6 deals with us a month. You know, and so if say he doesn't get in contact with a listing agent, all I do is I'll get on the phone. I would get on the phone now, but I know that our agent is in a showing. But basically, what I do is I hop on the phone and I say, hey, you know, 309 North 20th Colorado, in Colorado Springs. I want to submit an offer on it. Here are our terms, and then I'll send her an email with kind of the terms. And I'm not going to really go into that because you guys have seen it, and we can kind of jump into that later. But basically, I'll let her know the terms, offer price, what we're looking for, and if we're able to stretch a little bit, just so that she can get in front of the agent and see where we can do regarding our offer. And then it's a pretty seamless design, pretty seamless business. Like we, you know, I submit these offers, and then I had the great thing about having really good agents, which is something that Ryan and Astro Flipping has really really perfected, especially in Ryan's course. It really breaks it down into like, especially like the ranks within the realtors, because in this business, you're wanting VIP agents. Like these are the bread and butter agents that you kind of need. And so they Taylor, Ivan, whatever agent we're working with, they'll negotiate on our behalf, and you know, they'll come back to me, see like where we can go, where we can stretch. Then once we get the deal under contract, obviously I kind of transition it to here, and then it obviously becomes something that Michelle and I kind of go through.
Yeah. Can you share, Trey, once you're like what an offer looks like when you submit it to an agent? Because I know people want to see that. Like, can you show what that email looks like?
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's just take the 309 North 20th Street, for example. So we have submitted an offer already. You can see that because we have little tags that we like to use. And so, yeah, I'll just copy the address and then go into an email, and I'll just do that. I'll just do it for example purposes, and I'll put Taylor and Michelle in this group, and I'll just put investor offer, and then put offer, not the
not the StreamYard link.
That is the wrong thing. Then I'll just put the address, and then our terms are literally cut and paste, and so I'll just copy and paste our terms into the email, provide our proof of funds. Provide our proof of funds, and then obviously adjust prices to what. So this one, we're right at 250. I'll just resend the offer because it doesn't look like we signed it either. So I'll just adjust a couple things. Obviously, I want the EMD to kind of reflect the price, and then here are our terms. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Our agents have a contract template that we've already given them, so that they can, all they really do is plug in the numbers and dates, and then just send it to us for signatures. And so, once I do this, I'll send it. I'm not going to send it this time because I've already sent this one.
I just want to point out real quick, Trey, if you can. Oh, did you? Just pull it up real quick, because I know people are probably going to want to screenshot this or take a photo, or maybe Emily, I'll text it to you so you can put it on the chat of what an offer looks like. It doesn't need to be all crazy and sexy or anything like that. It's pretty simple and straight to the point. Yeah. Purchase price, financing, our business name. This is where a lot of people get stumped as well. Everyone does it differently. But for us, we like to deposit earnest money after the inspection period has ended. It is a strategy that has worked for us. Yeah. Sometimes we do negotiate and do 3 days. Sometimes if we're super confident, we'll do 2 days. But our hard stop is about 5 days. And so the thought process behind that is, within the 5 days, obviously, we look for a buyer. And by honestly, if it's a really good deal and we're super confident in it, by the third day, our buyer is already depositing earnest money.
Yeah.
And so we're depositing earnest money early. The agent is happy, title is happy, all the things is happy, happy, happy. So it can totally be done, you know? So if you're someone that's like, I don't want to submit an offer because I'm scared because I don't have earnest money, you kind of want to play around with the game a little bit, you know? And this is why having really good relationships with your agents is super important, because our VIP agent, Taylor, you know, if someone tries to give her some shit on like, we need earnest money in the next 5 minutes, she's like, well, have you seen this house? It looks like shit. So a few days to go in there and get their people in there. And then if they feel comfortable, they'll deposit the earnest. At the end of the day, earnest money is just a little cheeky for what the real deal is, which is closing the deal. So when you have VIP agents, this is what they're doing. They're fighting for you. And if you're someone that does not feel confident in going and talking to the seller yourself, or a lot of you guys are direct to seller or things like this, this is why agent investors and the way that Astra and Jamil has taught us is incredible for people that may be a little bit more reserved or maybe are afraid to talk to people. Find a VIP agent and let them do the work for you. That is literally what this is all about, right? So Trey, another thing Trey does that you can talk about too is the relationships we have with our title company.
Yeah.
That is huge. So can you share a little bit about what you do also when you talk to the title companies?
Yeah. Just to add to what you were also saying is I feel like in a lot of wholesaling business templates, a lot of people try to do everything themselves. And although that sounds super sexy and you want to, do everything yourself, like for me personally, like that's all I did for a while, was just do everything myself. The biggest thing about Astro and the Agent Investors course, like what Ryan and everyone's sharing, is you're actually utilizing everybody else's strengths and delegating. And so it's really like it allows you to do volume and be actually good at the business, instead of having to be like these scammy wholesalers who are, really they're not learning or doing anything. There really is no strength. And what we do here is we utilize our VIP, what Ryan speaks about, the VIP agents. We utilize their strengths in order for like our whole business to win. And so that's just something that came up when Michelle was sharing that. But regarding title companies, I can stop sharing. Okay, so regarding title companies, we like to use. Sorry, just you text it. Okay. Regarding title companies, we like to honestly get on the phone with all our title companies, and there's only a few that we're really, really wanting to work with. But obviously, there's definitely a few things that are a must with our title companies. Making sure that they know what assignable contracts are, what double closes are, seeing if they've processed those before, and obviously running them through the business model and making sure that they're comfortable working with us, as well as not just comfortable, because we've had a lot of title companies that are comfortable and will work with us, but finding title companies that want to work with us, and so we have a few that we've built relationships with and now close, dozens of deals with. And so I don't know like what specifically you'd like to talk about.
Yeah, no, that's important. And another big thing too with title companies, because I've made this mistake before, and this could probably help people. You really do want to make sure you're in all communication with the title company from the moment the agent sends the contract to the moment they send you title commitment to the moment they send you earnest money, and just touch base with them. It's not just, you don't want to be kind of like blindsided with the title companies. They're the ones doing the work to make sure that it gets to closing, and they're the ones paying you. So you want to make sure you know the title, the escrow officer. You want to make sure that you know what the deal is going through and all the jazz. So that's really, really important. So yeah, I'm just looking at the questions here because I know we're going to do Q&A at the end, but I just want to pump up some questions about earnest money that popped up. So yeah, MEC, if you want to share your screen really quick again, Trey, if you
Okay.
can.
Yeah.
But MEC, yes, is mutual execution of contract, basically when you, as the buyer and the seller, have signed. You do not have a contract if only you signed. Because usually, especially if you're JVing with our company, or you're sending us a non-exclusive for us to market our deal, I'm going to ask you for the executed contract, and that's something that the agent investors talks about is, can you send us the redacted mutual execution of contract? So that is what that means. And in terms of earnest, it says everybody's earnest money deadline is different. In Colorado, they say $10,000 within 48 hours. That's why I was so scared to do this in the beginning, because I was like, I don't have that, and that's a little scary. But again, when you have really good relationships with your agents, they're the ones negotiating with the listing agent, or if they're the ones negotiating with the seller, whatever the case may be, they can make it happen for you, where it's totally cool with the buyer depositing the earnest money. Another big thing is having a good relationship with your title company. Our title company is totally cool with us not depositing it and the buyer just depositing it. Some title companies are not okay with that. Trey, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I just saw a question roll in. It said, what do you do when sellers give pushback on when they want to use their own title company?
Oh yeah,
that's something that we've actually had to do quite a bit in the past, quite a bit more in the past couple of weeks. And the answer to that is simply, if they really will not work with your title company, then we're totally okay with using the title company they feel comfortable with. The biggest thing is, I like to, once I know the title company and maybe specifically the closure that they're wanting to use, what I'll do is I'll jump on the phone with the closer and just run them through the questions. Hey, have you worked with investors? Have you seen assignable contracts? Do you know what a double close is? Just cover all the bases on which, just to make sure that once we move forward, we're going to be straight.
Right.
And as long as you cover your bases, you should be good.
Right.
It's not that most title companies these days, when I was first starting, like a few years ago, especially in the middle of Kansas, most of them aren't investor friendly. Most of them haven't seen an assignable contract, but I'd say in most markets now, it's pretty common to see an assignable contract, and most title companies, unless they're still under the rock, are able to process these. So
Right. So it's important to vet your title companies, which is really cool.
100%, because then you could get into really, really unfortunate circumstances, and we've always been there. We've all been there, and that's the biggest thing is we're just not, we're not scared of challenges, and when they come up, we know how to address them. So
For sure.
Wait, Trey, how do you because we have realtors sometimes that are questioning the assignable part.
Yeah.
What do we go through and tell them about why we want it to be assignable?
Right. Yeah. And so that's a great question, and I know a lot of people are probably asking that themselves. We don't, and I see another question. You always do double closes. We actually don't. We do most of our, I'd say 80-90% of our deals are all assignable, and the buyers see what we make, the sellers see what we make. We're always, and we do a lot of volume, so we're not really worried about making a big check or screwing anyone over. We have a very wholesome and business. And so, but regarding the question, if set because this is happening a lot more often now, especially with all the wholesalers, they see these assignable contracts or the assign, and a lot of realtors and sellers are scared of that. So what we do is, if they're not cool with it, or if they bring concern with the assignable clause, then we'll make sure we'll rerun our numbers to make sure that we can double close on it, pay the extra fees and risk, but we'll just double close on it, and it's not that big of a deal. You just got to make sure your title company has seen a double close before obviously going through that, because that can get pretty messy if you don't.
Correct. Yeah. And I just want to also share something that Ryan talks a lot about in the course, is that you also want to be confident that If anything happens, you can close on the deal. So make sure you connect with really great hard money lenders, private money lenders, you know, and just connect with those people, because if anything happens, you want your reputation to be set on stone. You can close on the deal, and heck, we could flip it ourselves. You know what I mean? And we can figure it out, because at the end of the day, throwing yourself out there is what's really going to help you become a master in the industry. So don't just be, the reason why a lot of people I feel like are not succeeding is because they don't have the confidence that, number one, they can fund, number two, they can close, and number three, that they have the confidence to negotiate whatever they need to negotiate to get the deal done. So the biggest thing is mindset. The biggest thing is confidence. And the biggest thing is just having the right people in your corner, the proper hard money lenders, private money lenders, an amazing team to cover you. You know, there are times where we have heat, you know, that we have to put out fire. Trey's on the phone, put it out the fire. I'm over here creating more fire so he can put it out. Like, we're over here working together. And at the end of the day, you need to have thick skin in this business. I'm not going to tell you it's easy. I'm not going to tell you this is a walk in the park. This business is difficult. And if you don't have tough skin, and if you don't have confidence, you're not going to make any money, and you're not going to be successful. Because a lot of people just think that this is just like, oh yeah, I'm going to sign some contracts and I'm going to talk to agents and I'm going to be rich. Yeah.
No, it's not like
you're
that.
It's not going to happen.
Not that easy.
Okay? You have to make sure, number one, you have the proper mindset. Number two, you have the confidence, and invest in yourself. Invest in agent investors. You know, I love Ryan's course because it's simple, sweet, to the point. It covers methods. It covers confidence. It covers all the things you need to know. You need to know about contracts. He talks about contracts. Agents, he covers all that stuff. And then you need to take those methods and those strategies and pull out your entrepreneur hat, put it on, okay, and start creating a legit business and a workflow and a system and a process and goals, and attract the right people in your team to make that happen. Does that make sense? So if you're a one-person show, figure out what it is that your business needed, what your business needs. For me, I needed to increase my speed. So I needed a partner like Trey who can run numbers, who knows how to do his thing, who knows how to talk to agents. Boom, I got that. Now Trey was getting overwhelmed with the amount of leads. So he was able to speed it up himself. And then I threw in another source of him getting leads. So it's not just coming in from agents. Now I threw in another source where Jeff comes in, where he sends him even more leads. And then I focus on the buyer side, where I focus on finding the right buyers, making sure we have the right buyers for the right buy box, for the right property, and all these different things. And we come together and make it a beautiful, ongoing, systemized business that brings in cash flow every single month. That's the point. Does that make sense to you guys? Cool. So Trey, I know people want to hear a conversation with a VIP agent, and I know Taylor is at a showing. Is there any way that we can call Laura about that deal from yesterday?
Yeah.
Is she available, do you think?
I can try to give her a call. Yeah.
Or you can call Ivan from that other deal. So why don't you share your screen again, pull out the deal that you're going to talk to Laura about, pull it up on Trello and all the things, and let's call Laura. So people
I can try to call Taylor as well.
Yeah, see if she has like 3 minutes to chat real quick about a deal that we are getting close to, and do all that. Okay. While you're doing that, I really want to talk to people on kind of where I come in. I'm not like Ryan. Ryan is almost like hands off in his wholesale business. I'm still pretty actively involved in the dispo side. So when Jeff and Trey are working together, making sure the deals are coming in and getting under contract, all that stuff, right when we're about to be super, super close, like all they need is my signature, basically. What Trey would do is he would send me the Trello board for me to rerun numbers again and make sure that it fits the buy box and the criteria of our top buyers in Colorado. Yeah. So that's where I would run numbers, recheck the comps, all that stuff. I'll check, my buyers list and see like which buyer it will fit. So that way we can assign the deal in 24 hours. Ain't nobody trying to assign no deals 7 days after I get under contract. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. So I have strict boundaries and like expectations for my business. 1 to 2 days, I need that contract assigned. If we don't get it assigned within 1 to 2 days, we'll have to regroup a meeting with Trey and Jeff to see what's going on. Thankfully, we haven't had to do that because these guys are incredible. They know how to find the right deals. And we usually assign our deals in 1 to 2 days. Do we get canceled contracts? Duh. You think that Ryan is successful because he's winning all the time? He's successful because he's made the most mistakes. He's gone through the fire, and he's probably canceled more contracts than all of us put together. Success is not in the wins, is what happens when you win, even when you lose. Does that make sense to you guys? So yeah, cancel contracts. Yes, do buyers deposit earnest money and then they're like, I don't want it no more. And I'm like, yes, all that happens. But at the end of the day, we just need to be unemotional and unattached to these deals. We just need to know that great things are going to happen no matter what. The right deals are going to close. The right people are going to happen. And it's okay. Everything is going to happen the way it's going to happen. Right? So yeah, so let's pull up that deal for one of our agents. Share your screen so people can see that on the Trello board. We're going to show you guys what a conversation looks like with our VIP agent, Taylor. And a little background on Taylor, guys. I believe I met her on Facebook, or I think Trey met her on Facebook. In the beginning, she was sending us leads like crazy, guys. Like it was crazy. And we were not getting anything with her. Nothing. But she stayed consistent and persistent. And every day she would send 5-10 leads. So we also get leads from real estate agents because after every agent conversation, we send them our buy box, and their workflow looks like this. They send 5 to 10 leads that fit our buy box. So not only is Trey getting leads from Jeff, the second avenue he's getting leads from is from our realtors, our VIP realtor agents, or our tier 2 or tier 3 realtor connections that Ryan talks about in the course. People that just kind of talk a little bit. You got to follow up a little bit more. You got to check up on them. Those are like tier 2, tier 3 agents. But then I think in January or February, it finally hit. And we have done about 5 deals with this agent now. We get her every time we close a deal, we send her flowers, Amazon gift cards, all the things. So that's a little bit about Taylor.
So I'm gonna try to give Taylor a call. The I guess the great thing but crazy thing about our agents is they are VIP agents and they're super qualified. But with that, they're always busy, especially Taylor. She's honestly, she crushes it. And so she is at a showing, so hopefully she answers. I know Ivan's at a doctor's appointment, but I'll try to give Taylor a call and hopefully we can catch her at a good time and I'll discuss.
Which deal you're going to discuss? Okay.
I think I'm going to discuss this one. I know that I do believe I signed the contract last night, but I can basically kind of run her through the deal, and she may be a little caught off guard, but we'll see.
No worries.
Yeah, I'm going to turn my volume down on the computer.
Hi, this is Taylor with the Privy Group. I'm sorry I missed your call. This is very important.
Yeah, she's a bit busy.
Let's try. You think Laura is busy today?
I know she's at showings.
Okay.
She texted me as well.
No worries.
Yeah, Taylor wasn't at showings. I had her scheduled, but then she had a showing come up. But
no problem.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, I can just explain what would happen in the conversation. All I will literally do is get on the phone with Taylor. Hey Taylor, I know I saw that 309 North 20th Street. They're asking is 300. I know that the condition is kind of crappy, and I know it needs some cosmetic repair. Can you get in their ear? Can you get into the listing agent's ear and see if we can get this shut? She just
I'm in showings.
And basically, hey, just explain to them where we're at. We're investors, and we close this amount of deals. And she's really good about it because she'll actually get in front of the agents, let them know who we are. She'll send them our website. She'll send us deals that we've done before, and we'll kind of go from there. Submit the offer, and cross your fingers that you get the deal. But yeah, that's basically how the discussion goes. It's really, what I love about our business is it makes it's sure, this whole thing's complex, but because we have systems and workflows, everything's so simple with us. It's not, we don't have to question or think about what we're doing next, because I know what we're doing next.
Right.
But yeah, then we get under contract. I give Michelle the great news, and then she does what she does best, and
Sell the deals, honey. We got to sell these deals. A couple questions about the agents. So
Okay.
our VIP agents are our buyer's agents, so they are the ones representing us. And if you guys saw the secret agent challenge and the transformation challenge, everyone is different. But for me, I personally like it when I come in represented. I know it's not, the best situation, but I do like coming in represented with another agent. Again, because they're the ones fighting for us. They're the ones making sure that, we get the deal under contract. And the great thing about working with a VIP agent representing us is that they have credibility in us being their client, because they come in and be like, oh yeah, Prosperity Estates, I already closed 6 deals with them, 2 of them this last 2 weeks. So can you sign so we can get this under contract and get it closed in the next 2 weeks? So they definitely have leverage when we close deals with them. So that is extremely important, is if you really want to get deals under contract with these agents, make sure that you are getting it to the closing table, so your reputation goes up, so your credibility goes up, and they're not only do they want to continue to be working with you, but you can get more deals under contract with them representing you than with you going directly to the listing agent. For us, sometimes directly to the listing agent, they don't know who the hell we are. They're getting so many emails and they don't get it.
Yeah.
But another really good thing that we actually just gave Taylor kind of like a compensation, kind of like promote her as VIPP agent, is that Taylor does a lot of cold calls herself. She does a lot of door knocking. She does a lot of these things. So I told her, I said, hey, when you find a seller off market that you connect with that wants to list and wants to save on realtor commissions, why don't you bring it to us first? And we'll give you a portion, half, 30, 40% of our assignment fee. So now not only is she bringing us MLS deals, now she's going to start bringing us off-market deals from the work that she's already doing. As you guys know, these agents are the ones cold calling. These agents are out there spending the money on marketing. They're the ones door knocking. So now, because you have closed deals with them, they can bring those leads to you as well. Does that make sense?
Motivated too.
Right. And they're extremely motivated. So in terms of who pays the agent commissions, that always comes from the seller. So we don't get involved with that at all, unless, again, it's an off-market lead and there's no agent commissions. We'll pay Taylor a portion of our assignment fee. The way that I pay Trey and Jeff is Jeff gets 20% off of any deal that he brings to the table. We get it under contract and I sell. So why don't we share a little bit about Jeff's success so far on how that's been going, Trey? I know you have those numbers.
Yeah. So Jeff is, how long have you been working with us, Jeff? A little over a month or so.
Yeah, not including the time where I was just sending you deals and I was the random guy. You were like, "Who is this guy? Are you a realtor or whatever?" I'm like, I just watched the podcast and Michelle gave her her email, so I started sending her stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, our previous challenge, that's exactly what happened. I just kept receiving these Privy deals from this email, like Jeff Griffin, and I was like, where who is this and where is it coming from? But so Jeff's been working with us pretty solidly for about a month now. We've kind of it took a second to really integrate into the system, figure out our processes, our systems, how to automate it, how to work together, symbiotically, and so it works really automated, because that's what we need. And so he's been working with us for about a month, and he's honestly just blew the top off my head, because he's given us consistency within the deals, and with that, he's got, I think we've got let me look at my screen real quick. So with Jeff, we've got a couple deals on the process of close. So technically, we have 2 deals closed. We have like 4. I need to update his Trello, to be honest, but we have like 4 deals under contract. Looking good on those as well. And there's a ton that we're in negotiations with. So within a month, we're able to work together and close more deals than some wholesalers.
Yeah. So in a month, he's done 6 deals under contract, closed 2, and we still have those 4 under contract that we're working to get to closing. And he gets 20% of the assignment fee. And I think I gave you a little extra on one of them because again, if you're like me, where you really want to automate and systematize these things. I was out of the country for 30 days for my 30th birthday. And so when these guys ran the show while I was away, so I gave them both of them bonuses because they were literally crushing the deals. Trey gets 30%, and also I'd be throwing him random bonuses as well. So sometimes really like 50%. And at the end of the day, like I'm not too pressed on the percentages. You can ask them. I will give away more money than I personally will keep. Because I always like to see where is the work coming from. You know, if Jeff really worked hard, if he's the one talking to the listing agent, getting it under contract, and then I just send a quick assignment fee, I'll probably throw Jeff a bonus. You know, if Trey is out there at the showing, taking the photos, talking to the agent, and maybe even Trey sometimes bring the buyer, I'll give him 50% of the deal. So it's all about the energy of money, right? Giving it away. Don't be stingy and don't be
slimy.
Don't be slimy and stingy like, oh, this is my money. I want to make 100% of the deals. To be honest with you guys, yesterday we assigned a deal that actually Jeff brought to the table. We're making $0 on it. But you know what? Our VIP agent is getting her commission. The listing agent is her, a family member. They're finally going to close this deal that's been on the market for like 30 days. And Prosperity Estates is making 0. But I told Trey, I was like, don't worry, that's going to come tenfold because of mindset that we have with just giving abundance away, and we're going to receive back tenfold because of that. So don't be stingy. There's money and abundance out there for everyone.
Yeah, 100%. That's like I feel like that's like that's the dogma of this kind of field is everybody's wanting to everybody's so focused on making that 100K assignment fee or something like that, but in reality the people that are winning they're more worried about creating this business reputation.
Right.
It's way bigger than just an assignment fee. Obviously we need to make money, but when you're doing volume, you don't really need to worry about the money because it's there. So.
Exactly. Yeah. So we assigned the deal yesterday. We have 6 properties under contract right now. It's going to be okay. It'll come back tenfold.
Yeah.
So moving forward, let's get Emily back on and Ryan back on so we can take the next 10, 15 minutes to do some Q&A. But are you guys enjoying this so far? Like, how are we doing? Are you guys learning a little something?
You guys honestly killed it. That was so amazing. Michelle, as always, seriously.
Thank you, my love. You want to, I know the chats are going like crazy. You want to pull up some questions?
Yeah, guys, send in some fresh questions.
Right.
A lot of them get pushed to the top, so I'm having a hard time seeing them. I see a lot of fire emojis, but yeah, what questions do you have for Michelle, for Jeff, for Trey on systemizing deals, outreach, anything? What can we help you guys with today?
Yeah.
All your questions also, just a premise, all your questions could be answered if you go get Ryan's course. So
yeah, pull up the link, Emily. I think some people said that it wasn't working, but it was working on my end.
All right, I will.
Yes, guys. So make sure you guys get agentinvestors.com.
Are they reverse engineering the buyers?
I mean, in a sense, yeah. I mean, I guess you can say that.
What does he mean by reverse engineering the buyers?
I'm not sure. I thought
if you want to go, more into.
Yeah, Peter, give us a little bit
more. Give us some more juice.
Here's a good one from Craig. How long did it take to go from 1 deal to 5+ deals a month?
That's a great question.
1 or 2 months.
Well, how much?
It was like 1 month, right?
Yeah. Well, honestly, when it was just me, it was, so I got started like really closing deals June of 20, and from June up until I hired Trey in October, I was doing about 1 to 2. And then October and November of 2021, Trey and I were doing two to three deals. And then in December, we did 5. In January, we did 6.
Yeah.
In February, I believe we did 4. March was a baby month with 2. And then April, right now, I believe we're at 3 closed.
Yeah, we have like 6 in the pipeline, yeah.
And we have 3 closed in April, 6 in the pipeline. So from June to October, again, it was just me by myself. When Trey came in, October, November, December, so 90 days. 90 days of consistent effort with a team and a partner, constantly creating that system and that flow, and it exploded. So now it's like every month is about a 40, 50K month for us, and we're working towards 100K month. Not including Paul. As you guys know how I feel about having separate businesses. If you're a couple, I highly recommend having 2 separate LCs, 2 different markets. You create your own workflow, your own systems, and have money coming in together. Together, between me and Paul in the Tennessee market and Colorado, we brought in $47,000 in profit already in the month of April. So again, abundance. Was I sad that I assigned a deal yesterday and I'm not going to make any money? I'm fine. Like, my bills are paid. I'm cool. My team is paid. We're fine. Does that make sense? So when I come in from that abundant mindset, I don't have to like beg the agent, I need another price drop. I need to make money on this deal because I got to pay my cell phone bill. No. Please, abundance. Next.
Yeah.
Dwayne asked, what is your buy box?
That's a big question.
If you guys email me, I'll send you our buy box. But to simplify it, in Colorado is 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,000 square foot, 2,000 square feet in Denver, Colorado Springs, and Pueblo. And just our big no-nos are no foundation issues because it's just a hassle, honestly, and no busy roads.
Yeah.
Corey, I have to tell you why. So yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, Corey Ann here in the chat could tell you why.
Why no
She was
busy roads?
closed on hers.
Yes. Well, fun fact, one of our buyers and for one of our wholesale deals just flipped a wholesale deal that we wholesaled to her. She just flipped it. She just cashed out and found a buyer.
Corey
Now
Ann Wright.
she's one of our, Corey Ann Wright. Now she's one of our agents who represents us in deals, sends us deals, and all the things. So we're so proud of her.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, Don, title companies. Jamil always says referrals are the best way to find a title company. So, I mean, one way off the top of my head is go to a Facebook group, a real estate investor Facebook group in your market.
Yeah.
Ask what title companies they use.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that, and just ask your agents that working with investors. That's how we found ours. And ours, like, we have one right now that's like, oh, it's so beautiful. Such a nice
It's so beautiful.
We literally sent the title company flowers this month because like they're so beautiful.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah. And Trey just said it also gets some recommendations from agents, from your VIP agents, on some investor friendly title companies. They can give
just
you
build rapport and build relationship with your whole team. From your, like, the smallest things like the title company to lenders to your team here, you know, just those relationships go a lot farther than you think. So.
For sure. All right. You want to
awesome, guys.
And we're good?
Well, yeah, I think we'll close it out here. And I just want to thank you all for coming. Thank you for giving all these beautiful people so much value and sharing your systems, your processes, all your beautiful knowledge. Michelle, thank you.
Yes, absolutely. This was awesome, guys. And I really hope and pray that this really helped you guys. And every time I do a challenge, I always put it out there to see how I can bless you guys. For those of you guys that book and pay for Ryan's course, you go through the whole course. I'm going to throw it out there. You go through the whole course. Everything. You pay it. There's a couple tiers that you can pay for it. Pay for the whole course. And you get a couple of deals on the contract, 1 to 2 deals on the contract in Colorado We will be your dispo. We will give you 20, 30% plus a bonus because you bought Ryan's course. And we will display for you and get it to the closing table. Whether you're in Colorado or Tennessee, we will be able to bless you guys. So if you're in any of those markets and you buy
Send us your
Ryan's
deals.
course today, make sure you send it over to us. But even if you buy Ryan's course and you're not in those markets, especially if you're in the Arizona market, Ryan is your committed buyer on those deals. So make sure you guys do that. And if you're not in any of those markets, get it either way so that way you can really understand how the strategy that turned this guy into a millionaire before he's 30, like I'm motivated about that, into who he is today. So it's really, really exciting. So I really hope that we added value to you guys. If there's anything we can do to help you guys, we're more than willing to do that. I know there's also a lot of people that, applied for our acquisitions role. We're like really close to continue to have Jeff set up where he is automated himself. We just brought in another girl, so we're setting her up. And then we're probably going to bring on 2 more people at the end of this month to be able to do that. But if you purchase Ryan's course and you submit an application, you will have first dibs. So let's make that happen.
Yes.
Beautiful. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful
All right.
Easter.
Love you guys. Have a beautiful
Love
Easter.
you.